Hey everybody, MrBookieboo back with another Lego City update. Today we're going to talk about one of my all-time favorite sets, and that is right here in front of you, 10194 Emerald Knight. This set came out back in 2009, I believe, and it was actually one of the very first Lego sets that I bought after my dark ages when I wasn't collecting Lego. I saw the set, I had to have it, and I went out and bought it as soon as it was available. Now, I haven't actually, it usually sits on a shelf in my son's bedroom, and I haven't actually had a chance to play with it in Bricksburg very often. So the other day I said, well, geez, what am I waiting for? I got to get this thing on the layout and see how it runs. Of course, I quickly noticed that my design for the track isn't conducive to the Emerald Knight. And you'll see what I'm talking about when I pan over here to the train station. So the platform, this is actually a pretty standard design. That this is modified from the official Lego set, my train station. And so I did the slopes with the risers and the platform. That kind of, it's basically, if you look, you can see it's one stud off from the track rails. So there's a little bit of a gap. But what happens when Emerald Knight comes through, because of the drive pistons on the side, you can see that they actually hit the platform. So that was my first obstacle that I noticed right away. The second thing, if you notice the fencing here, the safety fencing that I have so that the minifigures don't stray onto the tracks here. Well, in the original design for Bricksburg over here, you'll see I put the fencing right up against the edge of the track. And the reason I did that is because it gave me a little bit more space for, whoops, I think I had too much coffee, for the minifigures to walk around and to have room to move along here. So if you look all the way along the track here, you'll see there's a lot more room versus if it was offset by one. Again, Emerald Knight wouldn't quite fit. Most of the other trains that I have will all fit, but Emerald Knight wouldn't be able to run because it would hit, those drive trains would hit all along the fence here. So what I've been doing is I've been slowly redesigning the fencing, moving it back one stud. So there's actually a gap now between the track. And I plan to do that all the way down the line here so that eventually all of this fencing will be one stud back. And so then you'll be able to have Emerald Knight run all the way through here. Now, as for the train station, what I decided to do was actually, one of the things I didn't like about this was the gap. So if you have a coach right in here and you have passengers trying to get in and off, there's a one stud gap, or almost actually two studs in some cases, for them to cross the gap to get on the train. So what I'm doing over here, as I move Emerald Knight out of the way, is I'm actually moving the train station down and also making it lower. So what I've done is I put some base plates on the bottom here and some tiles that actually sit flush with the rails. And this is going to be the brand new train station so that passengers will be able to easily get on and off the trains. The Emerald Knight coach, which I have over here, actually has, if you look at it, you can see it actually already has steps for the passengers to get onto. And then I plan on modifying my my high-speed train cars as well to add some steps to these coaches as well. I'm going to modify those down the road and just move the trucks around a bit and spread things out a little bit so that passengers will be more easy for them to get on and off the trains over here. The new station is also a little bit wider, so I'll have a little bit more room versus the current one. It's a little crowded in the station if you look at it. There's a little bit of room for seating, and there's a ticket counter and a map and an ATM and not a whole lot else. So this new one's actually going to be a bit wider. I think it's about 6 studs wider, so I'll be able to do a little bit more inside here and add a little more features to it. And it also is going to have more space on the sides for bike racks. I haven't quite decided what else I'm going to put here, but maybe like a newsstand, something else all along the sides here as well. So that's pretty much where I'm at with the train station right now. Also, I'm going to try to add some more detail to it and that as well. And so everything else is pretty much good in Bricksburg right now. We're getting ready for Assembly Square, which is coming out on January 1st. That's going to go right where the Octan service station is right now. The Octan station I'm probably going to rebuild and probably put that over in my no man's land right now where I can't quite figure out what to do with this area. And then pretty much everything else though is as is. I haven't done a whole lot of work. I've been working on a few other projects. I did actually 3POs was the last modular that I modified, and the rest of it is pretty much set. I built the all-terrain scout transport from Rogue One as well. And just a quick glance over here at the boardwalk and the beach. Not too much different over here, although I'm looking forward to those Batman minifigures, especially the swimming ones. You're going to have some fun over there with Batman once those come out as well. So that's it for this update. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe so you can stay, so you can get all the latest updates as they come out. I'll be doing some more in the near future, and hopefully in the next one you'll see the brand new train station in Bricksburg. Thanks for watching.